I guess I'll ask you both to start senior night. Are you guys excited about that? I mean, is it kind of hard to believe that it's here?
It's definitely hard to believe that it's here. Bittersweet. I keep getting the same question over and over. How do you feel? I'm excited and sad at the same time. Just knowing I can't run out on that floor again is going to be pretty hard to swallow. But I'm ready, and I'm glad I got two other brothers with me to experience that same feeling I'm feeling.
JJ?
Yeah, I have a lot of the same feelings. Just can't believe it's here. You knew the day would come, but you never really think about it until it starts getting closer. So, it's here now, and, the sadness hasn't really hit me yet. I'm excited for the game, but I'm pretty sure when I walk out with my family, it's going to hit me. But I'm just blessed to have been a part of this, blessed to have been here, so I'm happy all the way around.
Does it feel like it's flown by? I'm sure it does, now when you look back on it.
Yeah, the time flies by. You never think, coming in your freshman year that it's going to end. I remember coming in and calling the seniors the old guys, and now they call me that. So it's pretty crazy. It happens so fast. So I think I've tried to do my best to just cherish the moment.
Definitely went by super fast, man. I remember the first time I came down here, it was me, JJ, Chase, and X on the apartment on Hardy, and then from there I took a picture, posted it on Instagram, and we've been cool ever since then. But I specifically remember that moment, and that was a cool moment.
Now, talk a little bit about Nevada and what you guys are going to try to do this time, and what you guys are going to focus on.
Well, at their place, we came out flat. We were playing hard, but we just weren't executing it as well as we should have. So you would definitely see them more fired up and on defense and conscious of what they like to do. I think we kind of took it a little for granted. We were rolling at that point. So we'll be ready come tomorrow.
JJ, I'm sure that a lot of people probably saw Aqeel with you getting involved in this last game. I would imagine that that's an emphasis that you guys have already talked about coming into tomorrow's game.
Yeah, we've had a game plan for half the season now to go inside out, and last game I had a lot of opportunities to score, and then late in the game it opened up for a lot of other people. So we're hoping to do the same tomorrow as well. I know we're going to throw it in, see how the defense is playing, and we'll go from there. But it's always going to be to throw it in first.
JJ, do you expect they're going to play you differently? Because last game there, you got it on the elbow and attacked facing the basket and had a lot of success there. I mean, there were like 6 or 8 straight points you scored. Do you suspect they're going to try something different?
Yeah, I think they will. I don't know what, but I'm pretty sure it'll be something different. I'll be able to tell, in the first couple of possessions what they do. But probably just a little more help side, and I'll be able to make plays from there.
You two have played the most minutes by far on the team. And being with your seniors, you've sort of been through this before. You knew it was coming and kind of prepared your bodies. But how have your bodies held up? Have you sort of lost weight as the season's gone on? How do you feel you are as you head into this final stretch?
My body is fine. I haven't lost weight at all this season. I usually don't. With the exception of being sick a couple times, I haven't had any serious injuries. I don't feel wore down right now. Coach Fish is always getting worried and trying to limit practice time and stuff. I tell him, man, I'm fine, but my body's been great, and I don't really feel wore down at all.
Is that something you consciously prepared for? I know you really got yourself in great shape. Is that why?
Yeah, I knew coming in I might be playing a lot since my last year, being one of the leaders on the team. And I wanted to be able to play a lot of minutes throughout the whole entire season and not get tired. That was the main reason why I did what I did in the summer, and it's the main reason why I try to make good choices that are going to help me stay that way as far as eating and what I do. So that's mainly the reason why.
AQ?
Jay-Z is a different animal than me. I must say, I can feel it. I can feel it on my legs, and it's more my legs, but mentally, that's where I've had success as far as feeling tired or a little worn down. But Tom, I'm in there with Tom every day, before the games, after the games, practice. Fish looks out a little more for me than JJ. He takes me out of practice a lot more, and I definitely do need it. But I'm not wore out or anything, but I can feel it, though.
When you say mentally, you mean mentally being able to push through it?
Yeah, mentally being able to push through it, and it's a little draining on yourself. For me, as far as I've had multiple injuries throughout the season, so when I'm like playing or practicing, it's a little draining on my mind. Like, golly, like, why do I keep getting hurt, or why am I tired, like, all the time? But I think I've just been staying strong mentally throughout the whole process.
Do you guys feel kind of like you're at your peak right now, or do you think that that'll come once you get into the Mountain West tournament, or where do you guys feel like you are as a team and hitting? Everybody wants to hit that peak in March. You got to be close to that, right?
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to it, but we definitely want to peak at the right moment. So I hope it's not right now. I hope it's around that championship game, hopefully, of the Mountain West Conference tournament, and then it leads on to the NCAA tournament, and we'll just keep rolling and keep rolling. That's my thought in my head. Like, that's what I envision of this team, of what we're gonna do.
Is that kind of the same thing that you envision, JJ, when you think of it? And is that kind of, you bring your leadership to tell the other guys, like, hey, we need to peak at this point?
Yeah, definitely so. I definitely know we have a lot to work on still. Not a lot, but some things to work on still. But he's right, we want to be feeling good right as we're going into the tournament. Finish out strong here at home, and then have a good conference tournament, and feel our best going into the NCAA tournament. So I think we're real close to it. We've been playing well, with the exception of about 10 minutes against Boise. We've been playing great basketball. So I think we're in a great spot.
The Mountain West, the way things are shaping up right now in the Mountain West Conference tournament, there's a good chance you could play Las Vegas again on their home floor. Coach has been, over the last few years, really pretty strong comments about how a conference tournament should be played on a true neutral floor, not in somebody else's arena. What are your guys' thoughts on maybe having to face them again after such a hard-fought game the other night?
I don't really have a problem with the conference tournament being where it's at. And if we have to play Vegas again, then we're going to prepare for them as though we're preparing for any team. It was a hard-fought game. I think at a conference tournament game, we would probably have more fans there. So we would feel that it was even, and we would be able to prepare for them like any other game and play like any other game.
I actually like it. They switch up the floor. They like put different stuff behind the actual bench, and it just doesn't feel like UNLV's floor once we get into the actual conference tournament, especially with multiple fans there. Every team, every conference has fans. Every team has their fans at the game, so they're still there watching or about to watch the next game. So it's definitely a different feel, and I like it.
Well, tomorrow night, I'm assuming if you guys win, you'll cut down nets, have a trophy ceremony. Will it feel any different because you lost to Boise, because you could tie a team that beat you twice, or was a championship just a championship?
I think a championship is just a championship. It might feel sweeter because there's still a chance that we can't win it if we lose the game. If we would have beat Boise, then we would have known a couple games ago that we were going to be cutting down nets. So it'll still be sweet. It'll be just as sweet. So I'm excited for it. We're preparing for it. But we got to win the game first.
Very excited about a huge game for San Diego State basketball tomorrow on Senior Day versus Nevada. It's a game that we want and need to win to hang a championship banner. And that has been our theme all season, to win the conference. We have an opportunity to do that, and we must not be denied. Very much looking forward to the pregame ceremony with our 3 fifth-year seniors who will come out and get a rousing ovation, I'm sure. Dwayne Polee, Aqeel Quinn, and J.J. O'Brien have been invaluable to the growth and success of this team, and we want to continue that not just with tomorrow's game, but through the remainder of tournament play after that. Any questions for me?
Of course there's questions for you. Talk a little bit about Nevada and what you guys need to do this time around and how you kind of keep the guys focused and not overlooking and thinking about the conference tournament.
We have already shown them a little bit of our first game at Nevada, where we appeared at times to think that because we were San Diego State, we were going to win. They had a three-pointer at the buzzer to win the game. We won 65-63 in a tremendously hard-fought game. They have the leading rebounder in the nation in West, who's as good an offensive rebounder as we've ever gone against. They are an attack, dribble, drive team. They will come in playing very loose, and we must come out with energy. We've done that most of the time, with a toughness about us the right way, and with brain power. All the things we talked about before Vegas are there and then some for this game with Nevada. They shot 28 free throws in their last game against Colorado State. They put the ball on the floor, and you better be able to stay in front of them, or they will get to the rim or get fouls on you. So this is a team that we have great respect for, and I know we will play really hard.
Do you expect them to play J.J. O'Brien differently based off of his performance the other night?
Well, playing him differently, I'm not sure what they could do unless they just have 2 or 3 people following him around with every move he makes. The nice thing about J.J. and how we play is we can move him around to a variety of spots, from bringing the ball up the floor to posting him in the low post, to anything in between. And that's the flexibility that he brings, the versatility that he brings, that, as my dad used to say, it makes you hard to guard. And he's hard to guard.
As far as peaking at the right time, you probably know as well as anyone with your experience that it's important to get the guys to peak at the right time. Do you feel like you guys are kind of on that path to peaking at the right time?
We've been a team that has had some ebbs and flows with our game. Probably most folks said before Boise State, they're peaking at the right time, if you want to use that phrase. We just need to continue to push and grind and play every possession. Every game has its own uniqueness to it, and the flow changes. In college basketball, you don't go 40 minutes like the stock market going up 2,000 points. You go up and you have a little bit of a dip, but we don't want to go up 200 points and come down to 180. We want to go up and continue to go up. I like our team. we are about as full scale as we've been. Now that we're hopeful that we got Dwayne back, that Polee will be back and available to play. That gives every hand on deck, every live body that's able to play will be able to play. And we need to do a good job of putting the right guys out there at the right time to be successful. We played 10 guys double-digit minutes in the Vegas game. That helped us win the game. And we need to continue to do that strategically and not change the flow of the game by substituting just a substitute. That's where we have to do a good job, and that's where the players have to do a good job. They need to come in and not feel as if they have to do something special to stay on the floor, which can happen. They just have to play and then make the right play, and we preach that all the time, and we've done a pretty good job of that.
You mentioned the 10 guys double-digit minutes, and obviously you talked about that was because of the opponent, and obviously they were depleted. But will we see that in the conference tournament because it's 3 games in 3 days?
I would say that should be a plus for us when you play 3 games in 3 days, having the ability to go deep and rest a guy and not play them 38 minutes. That being said, J.J. played about 38 minutes against Vegas. So you have to find ways to get guys rest. If it means a strategic timeout, tournament play, timeouts are a little longer, and you have the 16, 12, 8, and 4 that is helpful to everybody to be able to play longer stretches. But it's to our advantage to wear on people with numbers. And that means that the numbers have to be able to contribute. You can't just play 10 guys because you have 10 guys. You have to play 10 guys who perform when they're out there. And if they do, that will get them double-digit minutes or more.
You've been, in the past, pretty vocal about playing conference tournament on someone else's home floor. As things stand now, there's a good chance you could play Vegas in the first game next Thursday on their home floor. Have your thoughts changed over the years on that, or are you still adamant about this tournament should be on a truly neutral venue?
My thoughts have not changed at all. I mean, I don't pound the desk and talk about it because it's not going to change for a while. But it's not. It doesn't take someone that has a. You don't have to have great intellect to say it's not fair. It's not fair to play on somebody else's home floor. And I love the fact that we're playing in Vegas where it's electric. The atmosphere is sensational. But I think there would be other venues and ways that we could do it. I saw the shell of that new venue that's going up, that maybe that will be a site that we can talk about in our meetings in May for down the road. But what it is now, we're playing Vegas. If we play Vegas, it will be in their building on their floor, even though they say it's not on their floor, it's on their floor.
Are you just simply outvoted in that? Or is it the coaches all agree on that and the league makes an executive decision?
I think sometimes decisions are made that might go a 180 from what the majority of the coaches want. I think all of us would like to see the tournament continue in Vegas. We took it to Denver for 3 years, and we won the tournament there 1 year. But it didn't have the same atmosphere and environment, which is why it moved back to the city of Las Vegas. I know there's a way that we could get it in another venue, and we have to be willing to say, let's do it and find a way. And I think it'll probably happen, hopefully in my lifetime. Anything else?
Any other injuries? Any other injury updates?
The only concern I had when I walked in today was, Malik, how are you doing? He had the bone bruise on the inside of his knee, and he says he feels pretty good. So we'll find out, can he go 100% when we get out on the court today. I think he'll be okay. Matt Shrigley strained muscle I'm not exactly sure the proper phrase to it, but I believe he'll be okay also. And yes, we're in good shape. We're in good shape physically.
Is Malik's injury in the same leg that he broke, and is there any concern or relation, or is it just completely different?
I don't know. That's how unworried I was about what happened and having that relate to the broken leg. I don't think it has any relationship at all to what he did to the leg.
Anything else?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.